This season means a lot because I feel like for 4 years, like being in this program, I would have never expected to get to this point. And it's kind of surreal because we know that we've been out here working for so long to get to a really big goal for us. So I'm just proud and feel more accomplished this year.
This season is like all 4 years finally paid off, and coming into the leadership role last year, it was like, wow, we did really good last year, but we really wanted to do better this year, and I think we're finally living up to the potential that we could be. And the parents and the community that came in and accepting all of us and how much they just love us is really heartwarming, and I feel like we could do really great things this season.
For me, it's kind of surreal that it's my last season in marching band, but at the same time, I feel like we've grown so much as a marching band that like I can only foresee good things happening with the band going forward. And I personally have a lot of pride in having been a part of that.
This season has meant a lot because I left for Winter Guard, but I got to come back as a senior, and this is my 4th year in marching band, and I have been here since a little itty-bitty freshman, scared out of my mind about tossing all the flags, and now I'm getting to be a leader and teaching freshmen how to toss the scary tosses, and it just has meant a lot to get to like this, where we are right now, because we've never scored this high, we've never placed this high before, and it's really exciting to see like where we can go like even further, even though we have just like such a short time left.
This year's kind of the end of the journey for marching band, and it's kind of like the last step of my growth in high school as both a musician and a person. Throughout my whole high school career, I've been in marching band, and I think the growth of the program has kind of paralleled my growth as both a high school student and like a music student. And I think this year being the strongest band we've had at Brownsburg probably ever, it really shows that how I've become like a better person. I've learned more. I've met amazing people, and I've gotten to spend so much time with them, and it's just been a great experience.
Being my senior season, I find myself like comparing it a lot to Twisted in like the freshman year season, and I feel like this season to me is just like, I just feel so proud because the things that we're achieving this year and the things that are even possibilities for us, like in Grand Nats, just like would never even have been a thing in Twisted year. And so this season I just feel very proud, especially that this is how I'm finishing my marching band career.
This season to me has really been an eye-opener just because we've been given more material than we have in years past. So it's kind of opened up my mind to what I can play. I've been able to push myself further than I have before, learn more things that I didn't think possible, and I've also been able to pass that knowledge down to other people, like people in the baseline, younger members, and it's just been a really nice season to be able to be a part of this year.
I guess it kind of shows that, one, our hard work kind of pays off, of course, because we put, hours and hours into making this show as perfect as we can possibly, like, humanly make it. And it also kind of shows that, like, because, we've heard Catholics say multiple times, like, push through the end and, like, try to make this, like, your best. Make it better than the previous Brownsburg that we've had. And I feel like making it to finals kind of proves what he said is right.
It would be so exciting to see us get to that and see us on the field and like warm up for it and walk off the field again. It would just be exciting to go back in after semifinals. It would be so exciting to just hear them say our name. I just feel like beyond what it means for the program, what it means to the people in the program that are going to experience it, it's such an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud, and I would be genuinely so proud. But even if we didn't, still an amazing program, but it would be so awesome to just walk on that field again.
Obviously to the program, first time in school history is insane. Ever since 2018 and forward, we've been steadily increasing just like our score, our numbers, kind of like Brownsburg's name throughout the nation. And I think to us seniors, it would mean a lot because this will be our third time in Grand Nats, and both of the other times we've just barely missed out on finals. So being able to go in and kind of just knock the door down would mean a lot to us.
I'd start by saying, how do you follow up last season where we won our first BOA championship ever, we won our first Class A indie show ever, we followed the Macy's parade. How can we do something that lives up to that? And what astonishes me about Brownsburg every year is they always step up to the show that's given to them, and we always try to outdo the previous year's show. So this year they got something really special, and we thought, are they going to be able to do this or not? And they have stepped up and risen to the occasion and then some. So when it comes to just the visual complexity of this show and the musical complexity of this show, it's unlike anything that we've done before.
I'm incredibly impressed with like the drive and belief in our students. They believe in each other. They believe in what the staff is giving them. They believe in the value of hard work. I've had the opportunity to work a lot of different places, and the way the students here at Brownsburg work and support each other is special. It's unique.
It's been different, and it's been the same in some ways as well. The approach to what we do has been the same. What we're asking the students to do is a little bit different in the fact that, you know, since we've been here, it's kind of been a building process. And I think that this is the year that we really have been building towards as far as the layers visually. I mean, we've been using props now for a while, but these props are insane. And what we're asking the students to do with them is insane. And if you look at our first year here, like with the thrones, they weren't insane and we weren't doing much. So it's been this progression. And so there's a similarness to it because the fundamental approach has been the same and what we expect of them has been the same. But now we're just asking them to do a lot more within that same framework of fundamentals and everything.
What has stood out to me is the progression and how fast they have improved throughout the last couple weeks. The community is super supportive of what we do, and that helps fuel the fire of the passion of our kids. So seeing people in the stands for football and ensemble, the stands are full of people, and just seeing how much this town loves the marching band and what they provide to the community as support and spirit and all of that. And then seeing people who aren't even involved in bands talking about how great the band is and going to semi-state and going to state and all those things. So that's been really unique from a cultural standpoint of what this band means to the town, which only helps them perform even better because they feel loved and appreciated, and it helps to fuel the fire in their belly.
Excellence is what I want to see from our band all the time, but especially this weekend and as we push toward the end of our season. We have stressed time and time again that the reason we do this is because we want to give our kids an incredible opportunity to be artistic and emotional and get out there and perform, have a great time. We want to see them have a blast. We want to see them perform one last time and do it to the best of their ability. And whatever the outcome is, whether it's cheers and elation or tears because it's the last time, we're going to walk off that field knowing that we gave it our all. And that's all we've asked from day one, is do your best today, and tomorrow will be a little bit better. And I love that our students have ridden that all the way through the year. We're excited.
This is the culmination of all of our work. I want to see the kids take their training and be consistent with what they have done all season. They know that this is the final leg of our journey, and they know this environment. This is what a pleasure, what a privilege for these kids in Indiana to be able to know Lucas Oil Stadium, especially bands of our caliber that can be competitive and re-see this venue. And so these kids know the venue, they know what the environment is, they know the show, they know what the challenges are for the show. It's about going out there and being as consistent as they have been all year. And that's been one of the pleasures for me as I sit through the show on the 50 and I finish plugging in everything and we're ready to dial it in, is that I am calm and that I get to enjoy the show with this group.
I would like to see the Brownsburg band have the best performance they've ever had in the history of the group. Obviously every year is a little bit different. The student body, the design of the show, some staff people, there's always, edits going on from year to year. But within that, every year that we've been here kind of building this thing, it's gotten better and better. So the show design, the students are coming back stronger from the year before. Upperclassmen stepping up, new kids coming in that have seen the band. It's like, okay, that's something different, right? So the bar is kind of raised every year. So this being one of the best marching bands the school's ever had, I'd like to see that best performance.
Our goal for the last few seasons has been always be better than you were yesterday. If that's just better at one part of the show, a rep of the show, it's be better than you were yesterday. And that's going to apply this week. At Grand Nationals, we want Thursday night's performance to be the best performance we've had all year. Should we be fortunate enough to make it on Saturday morning, we want Saturday morning or afternoon to be stronger than what we did on Thursday. And if our goals get us into finals, great. If we are 32nd, but we're still better than we were yesterday, that's our goal. We want to be better than we have been yesterday. I think the band's already established themselves as the best band we've ever had here at Brownsburg. And I think they're going to do a great job presenting that. If our goals get us in, great. If they're not, we're still the best band we've ever had here.
I feel like we are really just doing it this season. We're just pushing it. We're showing up as the type of Brownsburg that we've never been before. And I think we're just killing it.